Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to another video. In today's recipe, we're going to be making mini cheesecakes with chocolate covered strawberries. Valentine's Day is right around the corner, so why not make something sweet for a loved one? If you're interested, stay tuned. Alright guys, so to start this off, I'm using 1.5 cups of graham cracker crumbs. That's probably about 7 graham crackers if you plan on crushing it up in your food processor. And I'm going to add about 5 tablespoons of melted butter. And we're going to give this a quick mix. You want to stir until all the crumbs are incorporated with the butter. And you know if it has enough butter when you can clump the graham cracker and it holds its form. Next, we're going to grab our cupcake tin and we're going to line it with some cupcake papers and start spooning in the graham cracker mix. I spooned in about 1 tablespoon roughly of graham cracker mix into each cup. This recipe should make about 18 cups, as after doing 12 cups here, I had leftover. And using a shot glass or your measuring spoon, you want to tamp down the graham cracker mix so that it makes a nice tight base for your cheesecake. Moving on to the cake portion, I'm using 16 ounces of cream cheese. I'm adding 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and I'm going to use an electric hand mixer on the lowest setting. And I'm going to combine the ingredients until the cream cheese is soft. And I'm going to try my best not to overmix this. Next, I'm going to add 2 large eggs. And I'm going to add them in one at a time. Again, sticking to the lowest setting on the hand mixer. Then I'm adding in the second egg and I'm going to scrape down the sides that the electric mixer won't necessarily reach. Then I'm going to add in 1 teaspoon of freshly squeezed lemon juice and 1/3 of a cup of room temperature sour cream. And then I'm going to add a 3/4 cup of sugar I'm not adding a full cup of sugar because this is going to be covered in chocolate. So I'm going to add a 3/4 cup of sugar, a little bit at a time. And then I'm going to use my spatula and give it a mix just to get anything that was missed along the sides. So now, grabbing the cupcake tin and a ice cream scoop, I'm going to add 1 scoop of the cream cheese mixture to every cup. Then give this a quick shake just to flatten the mixture out into the cupcake tins. And then we're going to pop this into our preheated oven at 320 degrees Fahrenheit for 18 to 20 minutes. You'll know that the cheesecake is done when it puffs up, but still has a bit of a jelly-like center. Then we're going to put these aside to cool. So using a double boiler pot over high heat, I've brought some water to a boil and I've started melting my Chippets chocolate. For the recipe, you want to use 270 grams, which is the full bag of Hershey's Chippets for your mini cheesecakes. And we're just going to give that a stir as the chocolate continues to melt. Once it's reached a working consistency, you want to remove it from the heat and grab your cheesecakes because we're going to add the toppings. So from here, you want to scoop your chocolate onto your cheesecake. You can add as little or as much chocolate as you want. Then we're going to take our strawberries that we have washed and pat dry, making sure no water is left on the strawberry, and dip it into our chocolate. And then you just want to place it on top of your cheesecake and the recipe is done. If you have a chocolate lover, you can always follow the step of adding a bit of chocolate, dipping your strawberry, and then drizzle the chocolate on top so that it runs down the side and just looks beautiful for your presentation when you give it to your loved one. Alright guys, that's a wrap on today's recipe. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you're interested in more, head on over to my channel where you can get the latest and greatest. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification button so you know the next time I post. Until next time, I'll see you in the kitchen.